I haven't told Chuck yet about my new business venture. A little bit concerned that he might not react well.
Wait, Andrei, you mean the new business venture that involves you moving away from Tampa? Considering your track record with Libby's family, considering all the drama we had to go through in order for Andrei to be accepted into Chuck's family business, I have absolutely no idea how he could possibly expect Chuck to react well.
Are we just going to wrap up the deals we're working on and then that's it? You're not going to work on any more deals?
Don't be so abrupt on the deals.
I'm sorry, I just like...
Don't be so abrupt.
Oh, the irony, the pure audacity of Andrei there. Don't be abrupt, he says, even though he's literally the most abrupt, direct person there is. Now, before we get to all the drama between Andrei and Libby's family and where they are today, let's just start at the beginning. So, the last time we saw them all, Andrei from Moldova was having difficulty obtaining his green card, and things really heated up when he accused Libby's family of trying to get him deported. But if there was mutiny afoot, the mutiny failed, because when we catch up with Andrei and Libby, they're still in Tampa and they have a new addition to the family.
Last year, we decided to grow our family with a second child.
Who do we have here?
Who's that? Winston!
Now, Andrei might be many things, but I don't think anyone can doubt that he is a good father. He really loves his kids. Little Winston Leo arrived in October of 2022, and Ellie just celebrated her 5th birthday. In fact, Andrei shared a very cute post on his Instagram. "Watching you grow has been the greatest joy of my life. You are the light that brightens up our world every single day," he posted. It's cute to see, and the family genuinely seem to be doing well. But what about the wider family? What about Libby's family? What about Andrei's green card problems?
We didn't think it would be so bad a year ago when we initially applied for his renewal of his green card, but then once we did the interview, we knew that it was bad.
Now, the chances are we'll never know the nitty-gritty of what went on with Andrei and his green card application. But what we do know is there were a lot of meetings with lawyers and a lot of bureaucracy and hoops they had to jump through in order for Andrei to maintain his right to stay in the US. But at least that horrible rumour that Libby's family was somehow trying to get him deported can now finally be put to rest.
We have been checking every day our mail, and finally great news.
You were approved, baby!
Seriously?
You were approved!
So now that he has his green card, Andrei is also on track to eventually get his US citizenship. That means his American dream is coming to fruition. He's got the girl, he's got the kids, he's got the job with Libby's dad. They've even built a lovely new home that they only finished building in Tampa in 2021. So everything appears to be falling in place for these two. Only what does Andrei now want to do? He wants to tear that all up, drop everything, and move to Naples, Florida, immediately.
My husband wants to move to Naples, Florida because of his new business venture.
That's where my business partner is, and that's where our headquarters is gonna be.
Whoa, let me get this straight. So Andrei caused all of that drama. He stirred the family pot, upset not only Libby's brother but also her sisters while trying to muscle in on the family business. And now, the second a new opportunity arises, he's immediately ready to jump ship. Wow, where's the loyalty? Where's his consideration for his wife? I mean, Libby's barely had 2 years to enjoy the house she put so much time and energy into building. She was so proud to show it off to us all. Look, it's clear, it's immediately obvious that Libby isn't on board with moving. In fact, she suggests it should be Andrei's new business partner who moves. Not them with their newborn and toddler in tow. That hardly seems fair.
He can relocate, he doesn't have a family. I don't know how I feel about it.
I started a new career into the internet trading. Real estate is a little bit slow, is getting a little bit slow these days.
Hold on, internet trading? As in online trading, day trading? Is Andrei seriously planning to move his entire family to try and chase the dream of being a day trader, buying and selling stocks and shares? That's an incredibly risky career path, especially considering the estimated success rate of people who manage to make a living from online trading is as low as 4%. Damn, that's a big risk. Like, surely if he's determined to pursue that career, wouldn't it make more sense for him to go and rent a place in Naples for a few months, just until he's sure it's a viable career path? Either way, I'm really curious to know how Libby's dad Chuck is going to feel about this news.
I haven't told Chuck yet about my new business venture. A little bit concerned, but he might not react well.
Now, while Andrei and Libby's relationship with Libby's siblings is definitely frayed, what's clear is that over time, Andrei and Chuck's relationship has gone from strength to strength. So, with Andrei working with Chuck, and with everyone living in Tampa together, you've got to imagine that their potential move is going to badly disrupt the fragile balance that they've built. But Andrei has high hopes that Chuck will understand what he's trying to do.
I think he understands that I would do whatever it takes to get a beautiful life for me and my family. We'll see.
So when we join them later on that week, the whole family has decided to drive 2 hours from Tampa to Naples to check out the city and have a look at the house that Andrei's lining up for them. But Libby's unhappiness over the whole situation is palpable. While Andrei's there excitedly talking about the trip, just take a look at Libby's face. She's really not into this.
Somehow he convinced me.
You're gonna love it, baby.
I'm pretty skeptical about moving to Naples for a lot of reasons, and one of those reasons is my family.
Libby reveals that while things aren't exactly great with her family, it's still a huge decision to move away. And she's right. With 2 kids under the age of 5, even if they're not getting on great right now, at least Libby knows she has a support network. It must be a huge comfort to know that her family is in the area. In Naples, they'll have to start again from scratch without the support network. But as they get to the house that Andrei has strategically lined up for them to see, a beautiful waterfront property, Andrei is hoping he might be able to wear Libby down.
Hope I can convince Elizabeth.
So my husband's still trying to convince me to move. I mean, this house is nice. I will give him that.
Yeah, it is nice, but they've also just built a really nice house of their own in Tampa. My biggest fear is Andrei's work really going to be lucrative enough to be able to afford this? I don't know, the facts seem to speak for themselves. I don't know if online trading, day trading, is going to be able to give them this. But the family thanks the realtor for showing them this house, and then they head home. But while up until this point, Andrei's been pretending that moving is still up for discussion, it's just a possibility, they're just investigating the idea. Well, at this point, Andrei shows his true colours.
I know how to convince people. We are moving to Naples.
I need time to think about it, and we need to think about what's best for our kids.
Moving to Naples.
What happened to convincing your wife, Andrei? This doesn't feel like convincing, it doesn't feel like a discussion. This is a demand. And while Libby's adamant that she's still not 100% sure, when we join them later on this episode, an undisclosed amount of time later, as they're going to meet Chuck in his boat for a nice day out, we learn that Andrei has successfully worn Libby down.
We're planning a life-changing event for us. We're gonna move from here. We're gonna move away from Tampa.
Huh?
What? I mean, the way that Andrei does that. There's no warning. There's no warming Chuck up. He just literally drops the bomb on his head. Like, I don't even think that Libby knew Andrei was going to do that. But Andrei explains to Chuck that he has this amazing new work opportunity and he's going to go and set up an office with his new business partner in Naples. But don't forget, Chuck is his current business partner. Like, what does this mean for their business together?
Are we just gonna wrap up the deals we're working on and then that's it? You're not gonna work on any more
Dude,
deals?
don't be so abrupt on the deal.
I'm sorry. I just like.
Don't be so
I'm
abrupt.
just-
Oh my gosh, that is the pot calling the kettle black right there. Andrei, with his Moldovan way of delivering news, is the most abrupt person I may have ever seen. And if you need an example of that, just look at how he told Chuck his daughter and grandkids were going to be moving away from him. That should be enough of an example. But after the shock wears off, Chuck takes a look at Libby for confirmation that this is all actually happening.
So you seriously gonna do this?
Yeah.
You know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't brokenhearted and even shocked by this news.
Notice how Chuck asks Libby, "You seriously gonna do this?" And Libby doesn't answer. She doesn't even nod her head until Andrei jumps in with a resounding yeah.
Yeah.
He's answering for both of them. Maybe Libby still isn't totally on board with this plan. But honestly, it seems like Andrei's not really gonna take no for an answer. But he was right about one thing. He nailed how Chuck was going to react.
I think he understands that I would do whatever it takes to get a beautiful life for me and my family. We'll see.
I really appreciate that Andrei's motivated to provide a really good life for my daughter, Libby, and her kids, even if it means they gotta move away to Naples.
Now, while the sentiment is lovely, maybe Libby did have the final word. Because since this episode was filmed, something appears to have got in the way of their big move. If we take a look at Andrei's Instagram posts from the end of 2023 right through to the present day, all of his posts are still being tagged with the location set as Tampa. That means the move has yet to materialise. Perhaps that internet trading job didn't pan out as he was hoping. But fear not, because by the looks of things, maybe he's got a new job lined up. Maybe his next career might be forming the world's worst boy band. Riley, Andrei, and Ruben the Cuban, the world's most unlikely lineup. Right, if you've watched this far, let's have some fun with this. Let me know down in the comments below, what would be their band name? I'm thinking Riley and the Moldovan Cubans, but I'm sure we can do better than that. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you on the next video.